Thanks for tuning in. We're going to talk about a couple of guns here. Sister guns, good for training and shooting. MP9 and the MP22. MP9, of course, was Smith and Wesson's answer to the Glock 17. 17-round magazine. This model here has a safety on it. It's available with a safety or with no safety at all. This one happens to have a safety because I wanted this gun to be identical to its sister gun, the MP22, right here. Of course, the MP22, made by Smith and Wesson, is actually manufactured for them by Walther and brought in from Germany. So it has to have a safety on it to be brought into the country. It's part of the requirements to get the gun into the country. It needs a safety to get those points. These two guns are almost absolutely identical in size and configuration. The mag release is the same on both. The safeties are identical. They've even gone to great care to try and duplicate the stock sights as much as possible. Now the M&P comes with a 3-dot sight, while the MP22, MP9 I should say, MP22 has a dot on the front sight identical to the M&P9. The back sight's the same shape, but it doesn't have any dots. It's just a target sight on the back. The takedown lever's the same. Slide release is the same. The trigger's almost identical. Same type of trigger. The rail, light rail on the front, is the same. The guns are practically almost absolutely identical. Now, of course, on the MP9, you do have this back strap area that's replaceable. You can put a smaller one on or you can put a larger one on. This one happens to be the medium the way it's shipped. And that is identical to the grip of the MP22. Now the MP22 does not have a removable grip right here. This is one piece. All one piece frame here, so this is not removable. So if you want the gun to be as close to identical as to your 9mm, you'll have to use the middle size grip. Now this gun makes a great, this pair of guns I should say, makes a great training gun. You get a new shooter, or if you got somebody in your household that you want to teach how to shoot, you can teach them on this 22, and then once they've mastered that and you feel confident that it's time to move them up to a more powerful cartridge, you can take them up to this 9mm, and it's the same operating system. You can even use the same holster. You get a holster for this, and this gun here will fit in it absolutely identical. So you don't even have to trade holsters. You can train them in on the 22 with this holster, and then it's very nice to transition them into this 9mm. They're using the same equipment. They're very comfortable with the gun. It's just a great way to train somebody in on a 9 that's never shot before. I found both these guns to work flawlessly. I've had no issues with feeding, ejection. They've just really been outstanding guns. Now, of course, this M&P 9mm was Smith and Wesson's answer to the Glock 17. Almost absolutely identical in size. Magazine capacity 17 rounds on both. Striker fired. Very, very similar gun. And of course, they're basically in the same price range. I think you have a little bit better chance of finding Model 17 if you're looking at a 3rd gen cheaper than you're going to find the M&P, but they're pretty close on the price. You're going to be around the $525 to $550 price range on these two guns right now. This gun has the capability of being able to be worked on and repaired a little easier than the Glocks do, because they're set up, the guide rails on the inside of the frame are set up, they can be replaced, where they're basically part of the frame on a Glock, and you cannot replace them. You need to replace the whole frame if your guide rails go bad in the receiver. But other than that, basically identical guns, quite comparable. I would have no problem with either one of them. Both good gun. But I think if you got a situation where you're going to be training in somebody on how to shoot, these two guns together make a great combination. And it also gives you the ability to do a little practice with this, a little cheaper with 22s than with the 9mm. But I'm not a real fan of shooting a 22 and thinking that practice with the 22 is all I need to do to be able to shoot my 9mm. It's really a fool's paradise if you think that shooting that 22 has prepared you to shoot your 9mm, and I don't think I need to explain why that doesn't work. Great guns. I wouldn't hesitate one bit to buy either one of them if that's what you're thinking about, but this makes a great combination to practice with and train with. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel if you would, and go out there and have a fun day. Take a kid shooting, take him down to the range, and teach them how to shoot a gun safely. That's where the future is for the firearms in this country. It's in the youth, and teaching them how to respect them and handle them safely. Thanks for tuning in.